double your money in as little as a week? It's possible. Hi everyone, welcome to Fast Profits with Money Morning. I'm Suzanne Senna, and with us today is Tom Gentile, editor of Power Profit Trades. He's America's #1 pattern trader. He spots profitable market patterns to find trades that could potentially double your money in sometimes as little as a week. Tom, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Now, Tom, right now you see an amazing opportunity, more than 100% for a fast profit trade in December. We want to know all about this. Tell us, what's the holiday pattern that you're looking at right now?
Okay, so have I got a pattern for you in the audience? So if you take a look at the board here, you can see that we're in the month of December. December is what we call the Santa Claus rally. Santa Claus rally just basically states that the month of December is typically an up month with decades of past data. Now, as a rules-based trader, I got to verify this. So I went back and did a little research, and what I found is that this is indeed true, that during the month of December, between the 1st and the 22nd, we do see a rise in the S&P. In the last 10 years, it's equated to about 1.5% during this particular time frame.
Oh, that's fairly interesting. Can you give us a little more details on what we see there in that chart?
Absolutely. So this is based on, again, 1.5% in the period between December 1st and December 22nd. Has happened 9 of the last 10 years and has equated for a little more than 17 points in the SPY. So details look like this. In 2007 all the way through 2016, we've seen this pattern work in 9 of those 10 years. The only time it did not work was in 2015, where we saw a little bit of a drop-off. But then last year, big moves up, and this was not because of Donald Trump being elected president. If you remember, that actually happened in November. This was an add-on to the already big jump that we saw in the month of November.
Well, Tom, why do you think this pattern occurs exactly?
Well, it's interesting. You know, we're coming into the Christmas holidays. We see a lot of giving going on. Retailers are in the black for the most part as they bounce through Black Friday. And this is the season of giving. And giving means, in America, purchasing something. And that equates to a better economy, which equates to a bigger stock market drive to the upside.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, those of you watching may not know this, but Tom's pattern finding tools have helped him deliver 65 doubles for his subscribers this year. That's 65 trades that could have doubled your money. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, you know, what we look for is we look for patterns that are 30 days or less. We look for patterns just like this where we're looking for 90% or better in terms of winning opportunities, both in bullish patterns and in bearish patterns. And that's the case. That's exactly the case that's lining up right now for the actual S&P 500 index.
Well, so for today's trade, Tom, let's zero in on that a little bit because we want to see how to make this fast money. So you've showed us how now is the great time to trade the S&P 500, but it seems expensive if you're going to buy SP 500, isn't it?
Suzanne, you're absolutely right. The chart I'm showing you right now, the S&P's just crossed over 2,600 for the first time ever. To buy 100 shares of the actual big point S&P index, you're talking $260,000. Now, we can drop that very quickly by going to its ETF, SPY. So SPY is the S&P 500 ETF. It trades just like the S&P 500 index, but is 1/10 the value. So you can get a quick 90% off by buying SPY. But at $26,000, still expensive. The way I would trade it, as most of the audience knows, is that I'm looking to rent this stock for the month of December, not own it. I can do that with call options, and I can do that for about $200 today, which is much less risky and much less expensive than its counterparts.
Well, it sounds like it's the way to go, and you make it sound so easy. And you're telling us this is going to put us in a spot to double our money in just a couple of weeks before the holidays? I mean, is that really possible?
Absolutely. So if you look below the chart here, you can see what the reward ratio looks like if we do indeed get a 1.5% move in the S&P during the month of December. That would equate to $4,000 on a $260,000 investment, $400 on a $2,600 investment. But with the values of these call options, if we get a 1.5% move in the SPY, that call option should double in value, giving you a theoretical $200 profit on a $200 cost.
Well, Tom, you've mentioned that this pattern actually started December 1st. So if you haven't gotten it already, is it too late?
No, absolutely not. In fact, if we look at the pattern in December, the month of December, we can see that between the 1st and the 8th, we got a lot of bullishness happening. So as long as we get into the pattern by the 8th of December, it should look good. The most important part of the entire month is when to get out. I want to be out by Friday, December 22nd, because after Christmas, volume dries up, and you really don't want to trade that week anyway.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. Tom, you've explained this all so well, and you make it seem so easy, actually. Thank you for all this insight, and thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Now, if making fast profits by Christmas sounds good to you, you can get the details of the trade by clicking the link below. And keep tuning into MoneyMorning.com for the most profitable moves from the best traders in the business today.